What is going on, guys? Welcome to the match reaction. Man United have actually won a game in Europe, finally, against Paok, Paok, P-A-O-K. I don't even know how to say it, but we won. We won a game. Clean sheet, which is really positive. But honestly, I am just absolutely buzzing over the moon for Amad Diallo. He has deserved so much. Like, even since his, do you remember the goal? Was it on his debut or just his first goal in Europe? That header against AC Milan. Like, since then, I just was like, whoa, what a goal! A player that can score a goal from running with his back to it and just flicking it on, like Chicharito kind of header. Unbelievable. So I've always had this little want to see more of Amad Diallo, and he just didn't. He hasn't been getting it. I don't know what was going on with Eric Ten Hag with him, why he wasn't getting as much time, why was he always sticking with the same players. So to see Amad Diallo starting today was brilliant. I think he really deserves it, and he showed today that he is not here to mess around. He is here to show what he's made of. I think Ruben Amorim will be watching that game, and he'll think, okay, this is a player. Like the way Ahmed today, the way he chased everybody down, like it was just, we do not have enough of that. You see players lose possession and they kind of jog back, and they're not really that bothered about winning the ball back. And today Diallo was just all over it. When they had possession, he was in on them. There was no time. He gave them nothing. And then it paid off for his second goal. Like, he just robbed it strong. He's a small guy. I don't know exactly what height he is. He's probably taller than me, but he is a strong little fella, and he just shoved your man off, and then your man tries to wrestle him a bit, and he gets away and shoots beautifully. I think it took a deflection. I actually don't really remember it that much. I don't think I was watching the replay. I just saw it and went nuts. But I feel like that's the player we need, and that's the attitude that we need. Someone who's like, he knows that he has to fight and show what he's made of. Because I feel like too many of our players are like, they think, oh, I'm a shoo-in, I'm going to be starting, I'm going to be playing. And we don't need that. We need players who are going to be battling it out with each other for a place. You know, is he playing this week? I don't know. Who deserves it? I don't know. They're both doing good. Like, that's what you need. So like today, Garnacho, you could see from the starting lineup everyone was giving out because Garnacho wasn't dropped after the last game. And to be honest, I feel like people are blowing it out of proportion a little, but having watched it back, yes, I get the frustration, and it's not just in the last game, it is a lot in other games. And I do think he's very, very selfish, but as well, I think I'm always allowing for the fact that he is very young. He's 20. And I remember when Ronaldo first signed for United, I actually didn't really like him because he just pissed me off so much. Because he was just hogging the ball, and I was a little kid. I'd say I could hear like my dad and other people getting frustrated about it, and I was like, yeah, pass the ball. But like, it did. I didn't like Ronaldo much up until he was leaving. That's when I was like, oh shit, I actually like that fella. But in the beginning, it took me a while. But Garnacho today, I feel like he was really trying to get passing a bit more. Like the first pass, I think, was in like the 4th minute. He tried to like put one play it through to Bruno, but it was just too heavy. And I thought he's doing that like normal Garnacho would have just tried to do something, a step over or take a shot. So I think he's getting a lot of stick, and he did post that, I don't even know what it was, but it was just some little quote, and a guy walking in a dark light. I was nearly about to say a weird W word. It was coming out, but I was meant to say walking. But yeah, anyway, off topic. So yeah, he obviously has a point to prove, and he's trying to, prove people wrong and the haters wrong, but he has a lot of work to do. And I guarantee Ruben Amorim, having watched the previous game against Chelsea, he would have been like, okay, this kid needs a lot knocked out of him. This selfishness and all that. So today I think he was better, but still not near good enough. To be honest, I don't think many were good today. It was just Diallo just shined. He absolutely shined through. It was his desire to win the ball. This is basically a video just in awe of Amad Diallo. But yeah, he deserves it. I'm so happy for him. I actually really am happy for him. So I hope he gets more time. The first goal was also really good as well. And he's a little guy again. And he can score goals. He can score goals. He also has a vision for sending in a cross. Like, he put in a lovely cross to Garnacho, and Garnacho was unlucky not to get to it. Sorry, I have the hiccups. But yeah, like, he's just an exciting player, and I think we need that. So yeah, maybe dropping Rashford wasn't the right idea today. He could have dropped maybe Garnacho and then put him on later on. I do feel like when Garnacho, like before, when he was a player coming on for a few minutes, I felt like he was really effective. Whereas when he starts games, not always, sometimes he's really good, but when he starts games, I feel like he's a bit too comfortable. When he comes on, I think he has a point to prove and he's pissed off. So maybe I'd go back to that and play Rashford and Ahmad, and then bring Garnacho on for maybe Rashford. That's what I'd like to see. Just, sometimes, like, I myself, if I'm angry, I play better. Like, I remember I was dropped by my manager and I didn't understand why, and I was so pissed off. And I remember we were losing like 2-0 and I came on, scored 2 and assisted 1, and we won the game. I scored from a corner as well, and I was fuming. And then we won the game and everyone was like, yay, congratulating us and hugging us, and I was just like, I was just fuming. I couldn't even enjoy the win. I was so pissed off that I was benched. So I get it. Like, I don't play at a high level at all, but that's what happened. Nobody wants to be on the bench, especially if they think that they can do a job. And Garnacho will probably, do a job coming off the bench. I think the midfield was good. Like, defence was quite good. I think the problem with, well, not a problem, it was good for us, but the Paok couldn't finish their chances. They had one late on in the game, and your man was like right in front of Onana, and he just like kind of tapped it towards him. Onana had a couple of saves. I think he had 4 saves, but one of those chances should have been a goal. We left it quite late, obviously. Like, I just feel like we cannot score. It seems like the goals are just not going to come from anywhere. Like, as David De Gea said years ago, I think we're cursed because we cannot score goals. Like, obviously Ahmad, they weren't, well, the second goal was his alone, all his work, all his. And that's brilliant. And, that's individual. We need better team kind of goals. And I do feel like we are creating the chances, but again, it's just like, what do we have to do to score feckin' goals? Like, I think it was funny because when we played Leicester and we scored 4 goals? Was it 4 goals? And everyone was like, wow, this is it now, we're going to be playing and scoring loads of goals. No, we still have issues, major issues. And I feel really sorry for Rasmus Højlund. I think he did have good chances and it will come. Like, his confidence must be shot. But I really like Rasmus. I don't like people writing him off. Xerxes, I feel bad for him as well. But I just think it will come. I'm not going to be too hard on anybody, especially the newer players. Yeah, Rashford again coming on. He was quite good. Unlucky as well. Sometimes the passes just didn't get to him. Sorry, I need to cough. Sometimes the passes just didn't get to him. But he came on quite late as well. Like, obviously, it's good for him to get a rest, or you could say he was dropped, but I would say rest. I just think he doesn't have to play every game. He doesn't have to be, and if it means Ahmad can come in, happy days. Good. That's what we want. But again, as I said, I would like to see Garnacho on the bench and Rashford starting. Just because a pissed off Garnacho is a better better player, in my opinion. And not pissed off as in getting yellow cards or anything like that. No, just with a point to prove. And I feel like getting too comfortable, especially being so young, you don't have a God given right to be in this team. And I think he needs to be shown that. I think a little, like, I really like Garnacho, and I hate the people writing him off and hating him so much. I hate that. But yeah, I just think if it was me, if it was my player, that's what I would do. And I think you would see a change. Yeah. Onana, really good for what he had in front of him. I think he did a lot well. I think he had a really good save in the first half early on. So yeah, he's been really good recently, especially. Another clean sheet, finally a win in Europe, and we start to climb the table. This weird Europa table. It's really weird for the format for me. I can't get it. I was even thinking, oh, where are we in the table? Or in the group. But we're not even in a group, we're in a table. It's gonna take a while to get used to for me. But yeah. Let me know your thoughts on the game. Are you just buzzing for Ahmad? Because he's definitely man of the match. There's no questions about it. So yeah, let me know your thoughts on the game, and I will talk to you soon.